welcome back to the press conference. We are joined by DRX. If you have a question for the team, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. We will begin with written questions first. First question goes to Stacks from Ganesh at Strafe Esports. Is there a reason DRX steered away from the neon composition on Fracture?
그냥 상대가 파해법을 잘 알아서 안 쓰고 있습니다. 지금 당장은.
It seems like people figured out how to counter that, so we're not running it at the moment.
Thank you. Next question goes to Termi. What was the reason for choosing Ascent over Haven, especially since EG's Haven isn't the best?
허민 감독님께 드리는 질문인데요. 헤이븐 대신 어센트를 픽한 이유가 궁금합니다. 이지가 헤이븐이 그렇게 잘하는 맵이 아니었거든요.
저희가 뭐 봤을 때는 헤이븐이나 어센트나 사실 비슷하다고 생각을 했는데 저희가 더 자신 있는 어센트를 선택했습니다.
I didn't think that there was a huge gap between how strong their Ascent or Haven was, so we just went with the map that we're more confident in, which was Ascent.
Thank you. Next question goes to Foxy9 from Valia at Dunia Games. Some fans seem a little bit disappointed with your team's result in this match. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
이제 팬분들께 한마디를 폭시9 선수께 부탁드릴게요.
일단 실망시켜드려서 죄송하고 그리고 항상 응원해주시고 그리고 이제 지고 있는데도 불구하고 이제 이길 때마다 함성 소리도 질러주시고 정말 감사드리고 다음에는 더 지금 안 되는 것들이랑 그리고 긴장해가지고 지금 못하고 있는 것들 다 고쳐서 돌아오도록 하겠습니다.
Well, I felt like I let the fans down who's been supporting us, but I am super grateful for all the supports the fans been showing us, especially when there's a huge scoreline difference, but they cheered for us every time we won a round. So I really appreciate that. And I'll make sure to improve and learn from today as well. And also make sure to, handle the nerves very well and get rid of the stage nerves.
Thank you. We'll now transition to remote media. If you have a question, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. First question from Brandon Esports GG.
Thank you. This will be to Coach Termi. For a long time, this team was seen as the innovators of Valorant, and now it feels like others at the international level are catching up and are capable of countering you guys. So what will it take for DRX to become the standard in Valorant once again?
현미 감독님께 드리는 질문인데요. 좀 오랜 기간 동안 DRX가 뭔가 메타의 선구자로 좀 인정받고 있었는데 이제 국제 무대에서는 많은 팀들이 어떻게 DRX를 카운터 칠지 파괴해가고 있는 것 같은데요. 어떻게 해야지 이제 이거를 극복할 수 있을지 궁금합니다.
저는 반대로 모든 팀이 저희 팀의 작전들이나 전략들을 카피하는 것을 보고 그런 식으로 남들한테 조금 좋은 본보기가 되는 게 옳은 방향이 아닌 것 같은 느낌이 들어서 요새는 좀 그렇게 안 하려고 노력을 하고 있고요. 저희 나름대로 저희만의 방식으로 경기를 다른 방식으로 좀 풀어나가는 거를 연습하고 있습니다.
As you mentioned, every time when I see other teams copying our compositions or our strats, I feel like it's not the direction that we want to be headed in the future and moving forward. So it's not something I'm trying to do. And right now, at the moment, I'm just trying to innovate the team in a way where we can play our own game and do what we can do best.
Thank you. Next question from Fomos.
Thank you. 안녕하세요. 저는 감독님께 질문 드리겠습니다. 그런 이제 다른 방법을 연습 중이라고 하시지만서도 일단 오늘 경기에서는 이블 지니어스한테 좀 전략적인 부분을 굉장히 많이 파회를 당했다라고 지금 평가를 받고 있는 것 같거든요. 오늘 전략적인 부분에 있어서 좀 방향성이 무엇이었는지를 좀 얘기해 주실 수 있는지, 그리고 최종전을 좀 어떻게 대비하셔야 될지에 대해서 좀 고민이 있으시겠지만 지금 당장 생각나시는 쪽에서 말씀해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
요즘은 커뮤니케이션이나 즉흥적인 조금 대응들에 대해서 연습을 하고 있기 때문에 전략은 사실 만들면 언제든 만들 수 있는 능력이 있는 코칭 스텝이 있기 때문에 그런 부분에서는 따로 딱히 걱정을 하지 않고 있고요. 저희가 조금 유연함을 위해서 커뮤니케이션이나 상황 판단에 대해서 좀 주로 연습을 하는 편입니다. 네.
So the question was for Coach Termi, and the question was, well, it seems like EG countered you very well today. So what can you tell us about the preparation process? What did you prioritize on coming into this matchup, and how will you prepare for the upcoming one as well? And Termi's answer was, well, we focus more on communication and also adaptation as well. We have coaching staff, great coaching staff that could create new strats anytime. But right now we're just focusing on being flexible in different situations and how to adapt to our opponents better.
Thank you. Next question from Chris at Spin Esports.
Hi, this question is for Stacks. So usually I think DRX has a very good counter against the duelists for the other team, maybe the Jet or the Race. And today I feel like Demon One and Jogemo have a very good game. Why do you think this happened? Like, were they just better than what you expected, or were you surprised at their gameplay? Yeah.
일단은 좀 상대가 잘한 게 더 많고 저희도 실수한 것도 많고 해서 그렇게 해서 뭔가 조금 더 쉽게 타격대들이 쉽게 진입하고 쉽게 이긴 것 같아서 좀 그렇고요. 그리고 이제 다른 거는 잘 모르겠는데 그냥 상대는 그냥 이지는 이제 타격대들이 그냥 역할 수행을 그냥 잘한 것 같습니다.
Well, I think EG, they played very well, especially their duelist, Jogimo and Demon One. But today's loss was also on us making mistakes. We weren't supposed to give them that much space that easily. So we need to go look back on that. But I feel like their duelists were able to execute very well, and they did what the team needed them to do.
Thank you. We'll transition to on-site media.
네, 안녕하세요. 터미 감독님한테 질문 좀 하겠습니다. 오늘 방송 보면 그 총평하고요. 이제 오늘 경기에서 이제 교전이 전반적으로 안 됐다는 지적이 있었고, 그다음에 좀 실수가 많다라는 그런 평가에 대해서 좀 어떻게 생각하는지 하고, 좀 만약에 1세트에서 그 상대가 이제 그 DRX의 전략을 알고 플레이했다는 느낌이면 이제 2세트에서는 바꿀 수 있다고 생각을 하는데 좀 어떻게 좀 대응을 하시려고 했어요?
오늘 경기 총평에 대해서는 이지가 굉장히 플레이를 잘 한 것 같고요. 그만큼 저희를 분석을 잘 한 것 같고 프랙처의 경우 저희가 딱히 교전이 저는 밀렸다고 생각은 안 하지만 저희 선수들이 피지컬적으로는 부족하지 않다고 생각하기 때문에 항상 자신 있게 잘 이겨낼 거라고 생각을 하고요. 어센트에서는 사실 이지가 수비 진영에서 좋은 전략들을 몇 개 썼지만 저희가 뻔히 알고 있는 건데도 불구하고 좀 오랜만에 당한 것들도 있어서 선수들이 조금 순간적으로 대응을 못했던 것 같고 그런 부분에서는 사실 이지가 뭐 잘했다고 칭찬을 할 수밖에 없는 것 같고요. 네, 그렇습니다.
So the question was for Coach Termi, and the question was, well, what did you make of the game today and how the team played and EG played? And some people say that DRX was out-dueled or out-aimed, losing a lot of duels. So your thoughts on that? And you said the team made a lot of mistakes, but going onto Ascent after Fracture, I feel like you could have changed some stuff after realizing that EG is going to counter you hard. So how did you try to adjust that before playing Ascent? And Coach Termi's answer was, well, Ascent, I think EG just played super well. And I don't feel like they out-aimed us. I have complete faith in my in my players and how they would perform, especially with the rifles and with their aims. So I'm not too concerned about that. And EG did pull out great strats on defense. And it's been a while since we've had to play against strats like that. So I think our players were taken off guard a little bit because of that.
Thank you.
먼저 그 한 명당 3개 질문할 수 있다는 게 맞나요? 맞아요. 알겠습니다. 그러면은 먼저 스택스 선수한테 물어보겠습니다. 그 아까 대처를 상대가 잘했다라는 얘기가 있었는데 그 특히나 어떤 점에서 상대가 대처를 잘했다고 생각하시는지 먼저 알려주시겠어요?
그 상대가 잘했다라는 게 제가 생각했을 때는 그냥 상대는 그냥 자기들이 준비해왔던 거, 그냥 자기들이 할 수 있는 그냥 최선의 플레이, 그냥 자기가 지금 짜여져 있는 대로 그냥 잘했다고 생각해. 그게 너무 완벽하게 저희들이 카운터를 치지 못해가지고 너무 편하게 해서 잘해버렸다라는 느낌도 있는 것 같아요.
영어 통역 들어가나요?
Well, the first question was for Stacks. You said EG adapted very well, and they responded very well. What specifically made you think that? And Stacks' answer was, well, it was more like EG was able to make the best plays that they could in every situation, and they executed their strategies very well. And we didn't really efficiently counter their strats, and we shouldn't have let them onto the site that easily.
그리고 두 번째 질문이 그 네 분 선수들 중에 그 아무나 대답할 수 있는 사람 대답하시면 좋을 것 같은데요. 그 지금 일본이 장마절이라 가지고 굉장히 습도가 높아요. 그래서 그 선수분들 보니까 휴지로 손에 땀을 약간 닦는 모습 같은 것도 다른 선수들이 많이 보여주고 있었는데 그 DRX는 그런 부분을 많이 느꼈는지 습도가 많다고 그리고 그런 부분이 약간 좀 컨디션에 약간 그 영향이 있었는지 혹시 그런 영향이 있었던 사람이 있으면 대답해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
있어? 너 할래?
일단은 막 컨디션 같은 걸로 뭐 엄청 그 습도 같은 걸로 컨디션 같은 거에는 별로 영향이 가진 않았고 어차피 저희가 경기 전이나 전전날부터 컨디션 조절도 하고 또 호텔에서 바로 경기장으로 이동하는 거기 때문에 딱히 그 습도 같은 게 경기력 같은 거에는 영향을 많이 주는 것 같진 않아요.
네, 알겠습니다.
And the second question was for anyone who's up to answer. Now it's monsoon season in Japan and it's very humid. And we see players having sweaty hands as well. Did that affect your performance? And Buzz's answer was no, it didn't really affect how we performed today because we come straight from the hotel to the venue. And also that's what the adjustment period's for. We come here a week before the tournament, so we're pretty used to the weather.
그리고 마지막 세 번째 질문은요. 이것도 선수분 다른 분들 누구나 상관없는데 그 DRX는 역시 그 일본에서 가장 인기가 많은 해외 팀인 것 같아요. 응원들도 굉장히 뜨거웠고 네, 그런 거 많이 느꼈을 거예요. 그래서 일본 팬분들에게 특별하게 뭔가 한마디 해주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
재성이가 해라.
생각이 잘 안 나.
제가 할게요. 저희가 한국 팀에 불과해도 이제 일본 팬분들이 저희를 응원해 주시는 것만큼 정말 고마운 것 같고, 특별히 또 경기장 와서까지도 저희를 더 크게 응원해 주시는데, 또한 뭐 감사하다는 생각밖에 없는 것 같고요. 그래서 이번에 이지 상대로 패배했지만 다음 경기에서는 저희가 더 좋은 모습 보여드리면서 이기는 모습 보여드릴 예정입니다. 감사합니다.
알겠습니다.
Well, the question was, DRX is definitely the fan favorites here in Japan. So any message over to Japanese fans? And RB's answer was, well, even though we're not a Japanese fan, but thank you for supporting us very much. Thank you for showing up to our matches and always supporting us. Hopefully we didn't get to show you a lot of wins today, but hopefully the next time you come and in the future, there's more wins for you to celebrate with us.
감사합니다.
Thank you. Are there any other on-site media questions? All right, that concludes our press conference today with DRX. If you could please stand up for a picture.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the final press conference. Today, we are joined by EG coming off of their victory against DRX. If you have any questions for the team, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. We'll start with written questions first. First question goes to Potter from Ganesh at Strafe Esports. First of all, congratulations on your playoff qualification. A big part of EG's success comes from amazing anti-stratting from you and your timeouts. The players are definitely a big part, but you are an integral as anyone. What would you like to say to all the people who doubted you mid-season?
What would I like to say? I would like to say that on Ascent, the triple initiator coming out from DRX last year, we did that first. We did that first. I don't care what anyone says. But yeah, I don't have anything to say. We're working hard. We're keeping our head down and we're focused on ourselves. So yeah, no distractions.
Thank you. Next question goes to Demon One from Chris at Spin Esports. With playoffs secured, is there any team you're looking forward to playing against and any player you want to duel with among the high 4-seeded teams?
Yeah, I answered this question yesterday, but I want to play Fnatic because obviously all the comparisons, Dirk versus Demon One. So that's what I want to play.
Thank you. We'll now transition to remote media. First question goes to Brandon Esports GG.
Thank you very much. Congratulations on the victory. This will go to Potter. You know, we've spoken a couple times throughout the year, and you know, so much has changed between each conversation. You know, gone from kind of zero consideration at all to the ultimate underdogs, now just having plowed through the group stage here at Masters. So I'd like to ask you, what's the biggest change or improvement since day one to now that you've seen from this team, and how has that change driven your recent success?
It's just got to be the trust, I think. With all the reps that we've gotten, with every win and every loss, on top of that, we've just problem solved. We've come together and we figured out how to be confident in each other. And that in turn built a lot of trust. And now we're able to just do some crazy shit that we don't even really draw up all the time. So these guys are insane. We've been working really hard. And again, we're just seeing those results now finally. So yeah, it's been great.
Thank you. Next question from Antonio.
First of all, congratulations on qualifying for the playoff. My question is for Demon One. I want to ask you about the Ascent map. They will use a mirror match, but with a different playstyle. What do you think was the differential factor for them to win today?
We were just better, I guess. I don't know.
True.
Thank you.
You are the best, Demon One.
All right, thank you. Next question from Sons of KS Latam.
Thank you very much. This question is for Potter. And first of all, congratulations for winning. And Potter, you talk about the results recently in the answer before me. How did you prepare for this tournament and what is next in the coming matches?
There was a lot of preparation. You know, I think for us individually, each player has really stepped up along the way. I mean, we got to talk about Busio right here. As the IGL, he's just developed immensely over the last just few months. So I think going back to the original question of the improvements, forgot to mention him, but definitely most improved player, I think for sure in the last few months. And his calling over the last few weeks have just been incredible, getting all the reads. So yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next question from Brandon Esports GG.
Thank you very much. Ostis Takam, in the post-match interview, you know, you mentioned just kind of looking up to DRX and you guys having a lot of respect for them. And I believe it was during like a halftime interview, Potter said there's a lot of stuff that you guys even took from them and utilized in your own gameplay. So I'd just like to ask, you know, which of those players do you kind of have the most respect for, and how impressive did they come off in the match today?
I mean, I don't think there's any specific player that I have the most respect for. Obviously, I did a jersey swap before the game with Buzz, so I think him and I are pretty close in that way. But in game, you could just tell like they had a play style that they wanted to do, and we also adapted to counter their play style, I think mid game as well. I think overall, like they're a really good team, but we just showed up better today.
Thank you. Next question from Lily.
Hi, congrats for the win. My question is for Potter. So you seemed quite confident in this match and the previous one. So do you think the synergy of the team is superior to the VCT Americas?
I don't know if we're superior in VCT Americas, but I do think we're superior to a lot of the other teams in the other regions. Yeah, we felt very confident coming into this series. Like I said before, even in Brazil, there was a chance that we would go up against DRX. So they are definitely a team that we've been studying for a very long time. And they've been a top 3 or 4 team for the past 2 years. So certainly they're a team that we took a lot of inspiration from, but we're very familiar with their game plan. And so, yeah, we definitely took advantage of that today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chris, Spin Esports.
Hi, this is for Jaw. So I mean, I think we saw in Ascend that during the 9-5 where you guys died to the spike. So I mean, were you guys
Jesus.
trolling? What happened there? Can you explain to us like what was the call there?
Somebody said like we didn't know where we were playing it. We forgot where we planted it. Somebody said, let's get out. And I saw a comment in the corner. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just stay in the corner. And then I saw Boosie come late.
Adam, Jaw, why are you saying somebody? Adam, you said it.
Also, Ethan said that he said we couldn't stay there, but I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
And then I was also just holding the bomb just in case there's not any like weird stuff happening because my teammates like to leave the bomb site a little too early.
The Reeds and me and Max that were the only people that lived. We knew what was going on.
Well, I was just holding bomb. I wasn't really listening, so I kind of spaced out for me. I don't know about the other.
I was smoking spawn for my boy so he can get out. So like,
You're smoking for me.
Yeah,
So Calm is the one
Yeah.
that messed up.
So Calm might be the
Calm is the reason.
he's the victim.
Well, I don't have to give an explanation.
Thank you. Are there any on-site media questions?
Hello, I'm GameSpark Hiroto Harata. I speak Japanese and translate. デモン選手に質問です。最後、1v3 クラッチを決め切って、試合を、勝ち切りましたが、その時の感想を聞かせてください。
So this question is for Demo One. I believe you finished. You took away the win with a triple kill. Could you share your thoughts, like what was going on in your head while doing that?
Just a simple 3K, finish the map. Playoffs, nothing crazy.
Well, that was an insane clip. You guys will have to watch that in our next content piece. We'll have EG fill that out. But in that round, Max didn't know he had knives because he just planted the spike. This one right here clutches it up, tells dead comms to Max and says, "You have knives," and boom, it was a movie. Just literally a movie just played out right before our eyes. So it was insane.
So humble.
そして、その勝ち切った瞬間の歓声というのが聞こえてきたと思うんですけど、初のオフライン大会、こういった歓声を聞いてみて、初の世界大会で、日本の歓声を聞いてみていかがでしたか？
So this is also for Demo One. I believe this was first time playing in an international tournament, and you had such a big crowd in front of you. After the finishing out the map, what was your feeling? In front of a crowd, hearing all the cheering.
It was super exciting. You know, I actually cheered for the first time after a win instead of being like a blank face, just another win. But that one was really exciting. I liked beating DRX right there and making it into the playoffs on the bigger stage.
Thank you. Best of luck in the event.
Thank you.
Hi, my question is for Coach Porter.
Hello.
Maybe it's a little bit too early, but you guys are 2-0 now. Do you think you can challenge the top 4 teams and win the whole thing?
We will.
Yes, I agree.
Let's go. There you go. There's your answer.
100%.
Thank you.
I was gonna say it if you didn't, Max.
Yeah, I had that one.
Good.
Are there any other on-site media questions? All right, that concludes our press conference today. If you could stand for a quick photo. Thank you very much.
Yeah.